Hello, everyone. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whenever it is that you're watching this. It's really nice to be able to share something with you today. Thanks very much to Beth for inviting me to do so. I'm gutted that I can't be there in person, but looking forward to hopefully seeing some of you guys soon. I'm recording this in a beautiful sunshine, and I hope that there's something about creation that's making you excited today as you watch this. And I wanted to carry on a bit with what Helen was speaking about to you guys when she was saying about living transformed lives. And she read from that passage from 2 Corinthians. And I'm going to be kind of carrying on that theme, if that's all right. One of my biggest sadnesses last summer was that we were unable to dedicate our daughter at ECBC. Many of you will remember when we had Boaz's dedication, and for me that was just a real highlight for us, and it was just brilliant, such a wonderful service, and really sad that we couldn't do the same with our daughter. And as I was listening to Helen's message, she was talking about transformed lives. It resonated with me a bit, and I wanted to share why we gave our daughter the name that we did, and not just to chat about my kids, but in a way that I hope encourages you at the moment. And it comes from one of the best passages, I think, in the New Testament, from John 10, where Jesus said, I came to give you life and life in all its fullness. Let's read it together fully. This is John 10:10. John 10, starting at verse 7. Therefore, Jesus said again, very truly I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who have come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep have not listened to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief only comes to steal and kill and destroy, but I have come that they might have life and have it to the full. This passage is for those of us who feel like we've been robbed of something. It's for those of us who feel like we've experienced too much pain or death or destruction, and Jesus is fully aware that all of those things happen, that there is tragedy and pain in this life, but he says, yet still I've come that you might have life, and life in all its fullness, a life that is abundantly and extravagantly drenched in his love. If you read through the Bible, it's full of some great characters. People who did amazing things, people who made some spectacular mistakes. But it's not full of boring people. It's full of people who, as I say, did the spectacular. And sometimes those things were spectacular failures, but people who did stuff that was amazing. And I think that there's a call to us as Christians to demonstrate what it means to live a life that is full and extravagant and anything but boring, a life in all its fullness. And I think that's what's getting me excited at the moment. It's why I really resonate with what Helen was saying. It's why I'm excited about new spring and new life, because that is what we're called to be as Christians, people who know what it is to live well and live extravagantly and live a life full of love. So 3 years ago or so, one of our friends was not experiencing this. One of our friends let us know that they were really struggling, the issues with mental health, they were struggling with depression, they were struggling with anxiety, struggling with suicidal thoughts, and for them life was very bleak and grey, and they would talk about, like we read in that passage, Jesus said, the devil who comes to kill and steal and destroy, they felt like they'd experienced that profound sadness and death and destruction and greyness. And maybe you feel like that, maybe you know people who feel like that. And so Charity, being the wonderful woman that she is, she wanted to write a journal of stuff that she wanted to think about and pray about that year. And so she wrote on the front Boaz, because we had Boaz, and so that was a priority for us, and zeal, because what she really wanted for our friend was to rediscover a passion for life that they'd really lost. And so here it is. And so she did this. This was on the front. She didn't want to write our friend's name on here, because then it would have been a bit weird if someone had seen it and been like, why your friend's name on there? And we would have had to explain it. Anyway, so she wrote that. Roll forward a few more months, and our court charity found out she was pregnant. We're going to have another kid, and so I saw this lying around, and I said to her, well, that'll do for some names for some kids. And so that's why we called our daughter Zeal. Zeal Zoe, actually, her middle name's Zoe, which, as many of you know, means life. Enthusiasm for life. Zeal Zoe, a life that is full, a passion for life. And I don't know what she'll do. She's one now, but I don't know what she'll do. I don't know what she'll be interested in. I don't know the mistakes that she'll make. But my hope and prayer for her is that whatever she does, that she does it with passion, that she does it with zeal, she does it with a zest for life. Now, no one wants to hear someone droning on and on about their kids, but as I was preparing for this, I felt that maybe some of that would hit a chord with some of you of where you're at. Maybe you're a bit like our friend a few years ago who just feels like life is grey and you're struggling with your mental health. And my hope and prayer for you is that you would rediscover a joy for life. We've been called out of the darkness into a colourful light. Jesus says the enemy kills and steals and destroys, and perhaps you've experienced that far too much recently. Please hear that Jesus offers us life in all its fullness. Not that this life is without heartache or pain or mistakes, but even in the valley of the shadow of death, we might know his peace, his comfort, and his life. And in the midst of his difficulty, that we will be drenched in the colours of his grace. I pray that you would know the truth that Paul shares, that you are God's masterpiece. And for you guys at ECBC, I pray and I hope for you it's the same as it is for Zeal, that you would know Zeal Zoe, a joy and a passion for life, because he's come to offer us life and life in all its fullness. Amen.